Hello everybody, Jackson here from the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about the general crypto market. First talking about Bitcoin, just because Bitcoin is the market leader. What we are seeing is a kind of shift in the tide. You can see the RSI was over 70 at one point in this latest push, and has since fallen back and has briefly touched 30, right now around that 33 level, so still pretty dang low. And the MACD, on the other hand, the blue line has undertook the orange, and now we're seeing a reversal, right? A potential reversal, not confirmed yet. What we're seeing is a shift, essentially, in market optimism from bearish now to potentially bullish. So when you see this momentum, which is this red and white figure here, when you see that start to turn white, that means it's going up, right? That means it's selling less and less. And we are seeing when the green peaks and it turns white, that just means, there's less buyers. But now we're seeing the red turn white, which means there's less sellers, right? So we are seeing a shift in potential of the price of Bitcoin. Right now it's at 46, but what we have seen is generally this price area of 41.6 is pretty dang good as a support and resistance line. You can see right here, acted as resistance, acted as resistance, acted as resistance, and then support, and briefly almost acted as support once again, but we're not even at that price yet. At that price will be a good entry price. However, we're not even at that yet. So what you should do is dollar cost average, right? If you're not into Bitcoin yet, then start buying, 200 every month or $50 a week of Bitcoin, or you could bump it up depending on how much you make, how much you have. But always have a good base of dollar cost averaging. No matter what it does, it could go to 100,000 tomorrow, or it could go to zero, right? You don't want to put the whole house on it. But what you can do is slowly average in, and after a course of a couple of years, you could potentially own a Bitcoin, or a large portion of one, and you could get that exposure to this market, which you did not have before. So in Bitcoin, we're seeing a general shift. Market is uncertain right now, even though we are only 33% off all-time highs, and we've had this crazy run up within the last year or two. So I do not recommend selling out. I simply recommend dollar cost averaging. Maybe you bought Bitcoin in the past and you're up, and you don't want to sell out now because you're down, 33% from the peak. Start dollar cost averaging, and potentially getting more Bitcoin at this cheap price compared to, a couple weeks ago. So that's my take on Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum now. So Ethereum has been stronger than Bitcoin in this latest pullback. We're seeing prices of 48.30 down to 37, right? We're seeing a 22% pullback compared to Bitcoin's 33. This shows strength in Ethereum. Strength meaning, it's a market outlier and it should be treated as such. However, we're seeing the momentum in MACD change, and it does not look good. You can see this you can barely see this yellow line above the blue with no direction of it changing, right? Maybe not a good time to buy some Ethereum in the short term. In the long term for sure, but not in the short term. You can see it's not looking to be bullish anytime soon. Of course, this is just technical, nothing fundamental, or news and fundamentals always overpower the technical side of things. However, just looking at the technicals, it does not look too bullish here. From the momentum not even slowing down, but starting to ramp up, or ramp down, prefer. And you can see the MACD with the blue and orange line pointing down with no sign of reversal. So that's something to watch out for. You can see this same thing here when the tide changed right around this area, almost touched $5,000. But now it doesn't look like we'll hit that within the next couple of days, right? May take longer. So that's Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now Solana is very, very cheap at this price. You can see a crazy pullback from 259 down to 151. We're seeing a 40% pullback on Solana. I remember buying Solana back in October at this price and thinking it was super, super, super cheap. But now, even after the Solana improvements in the blockchain, we're still seeing the same price. So bullish on Solana long term. In terms of the short term, let's take a look. MACD doesn't look too good as well. Bitcoin just looks like the only one that will reverse. But we could see the change here. We can see the change here. And now we're not seeing any sort of change, right? We're not seeing any sort of turnaround or reversal. We're seeing the momentum continue to fall and the RSI lines continue to point down with no signs of, coming back up. Like right here, you can see it's the blue line tried to overtake the orange. Blue line started to overtake the orange and got canceled, right? It did not pull through. But now we're seeing Solana at 150s. Price is not seen since October. So pretty dang cheap if you ask me, but we'll have to watch further as it doesn't look like it's done yet. So that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Maybe we could look at Cardano, another one that's plenty hurt. Down, wow, almost 61% from the all-time highs, back at its buy zone. We can actually see here, right? This is generally a bullish zone to be in. If you are a Cardano holder or trader, now's the time to be acquiring some coins, just because it is never in this zone for very long, at least not within the last couple months. So now's a good time if you're looking to buy some. Looking at the MACD, doesn't look too, it looks kind of directionless. However, it does look more bullish than bearish at this current time and price. So I would not be surprised if we were to see Cardano creep up within the next couple of weeks or days. Just because, look at this zone, first of all, and you can see the RSI or the MACD is trying to pull through the orange line, and the RSI is, relatively just chill, not doing too much, not under 30, not over 70, but just in that chill zone. So these are the top coins to look out for. Not even to look out for, just to look at, because they're all different. Bitcoin is the only one I see turning around soon. Cardano would be next, but Solana and Ethereum have a way to go just based on the MACD. So let me know what you think of these perspectives on the coins. I'd like to hear what you have to think and say. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. Thank you.